Hello there from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It is the 20th of April 2024 at the time of filming, and I've been joined today by Stephen and Mark. We're here for a good day at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. However, I have to be honest, it's going to be more of an update vlog today because I can't be here all day. I've got to go and have an MRI scan on my nose later, so joy. But yeah, I've got a few hours here. Like I say, I've got Stephen, got Mark. What we're looking forward to today then?
Couple of laps on the big one, I think.
Yeah.
Couple of laps on the best woody in the country, Grand National. Sounds
like a plan. So we'll do some of the coasters, but also we've got I think we've got a Grand Prix event to talk about.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later. Obviously, we're stood in front of Ice Blast, which looks to still be waiting for that part. Obviously, they announced yesterday about the Grand Prix event. We'll talk about that one when we get up towards the Grand Prix. River Caves update, I think we'll do that as well as we walk past it. But yeah, well, what are we doing first then? Nickelodeon Street?
Yeah, let's head round the street. It's always good to start the day on the street.
Yeah, good shout. Right, let's go. Looking forward to this. It's actually a nice sunny day, so I'm imagining that Pleasure Beach might actually be quite busy today. So we've come over to Nickelodeon Street and we've just had a little look at the station back there. At the minute there's engineers in there working on the train, so I think we're going to have to give that one a miss for now. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think we're getting on it right now, are we? So
no.
We'll have to try and find something that's open.
Yeah, we have noticed that the big one's going round, however there is only 4 carriages of people on it. The back carriage is empty, so it must still be sandbagged. I think it's on one train. I've not seen, like, the frequency doesn't suggest 2's on it, but maybe it is going to be quiet after all. I might have called it wrong a little bit earlier in the video saying it's going to be busy today. But it is a nice day, nice warm day, so...
It should be busy.
Yeah, what we're going to try then? Avalanche.
We can have a look.
we can have a look.
I haven't actually heard it.
I've just heard it go into the break run.
Oh, have you? Okay.
Yeah, the Revolution's not going round either, so I'm going to assume that's not open yet. But I did write about it the other day and I mentioned in me Do Pleasure Beach have too many old rides video?
You say it.
But as I was saying in the too many old rides video, or do they have too many old rides, the Rev is always quite late opening these days, but it is now just testing. And as I'm looking over, I can see Avalanche is also testing and not open. So what are we going to try?
I guess we're just going like...
Wait near Avalanche?
Wait for something? It'll take you a long time taking them sandbags out, aren't they, if that big one is still going around?
Yeah. But I reckon we go over to Avalanche.
Yeah,
it's got a staff member on it. So usually when they do a staff ride, usually after it they open it. So what does Mark think? What's Mark's wisdom on this?
Yeah, let's go to Avalanche.
So we've just been on the Mac with the white track, not Hyperia, that's in a couple of weeks. What did you think of the best Mac bobsleigh?
Not at Heidi Park, are we? It was nice to see it on 2 trains.
Yes, it was.
It was on 2, it was only on 1 last week, so good to see that they've got 2 trains ready for the summer season.
Yeah, absolutely, because last year it was about July, I think it went on 2 trains, so yeah, it's good to see. It's getting a little bit bumpy, but I'll be fair, they're all bumpy, these type of rides.
Yeah, they are. You know, the bit's been in a long time, hasn't it? So yeah, you kind of expect it. So hopefully in the future it gets replaced by something else.
To be fair, I'd agree with that. It does take up a lot of space, yeah. So I'd be all for that. Stephen's avoiding the conversation, but I think we should bring him in. What did you think of the best Mac bobsleigh?
What, in the country?
In the world.
In the world? To be fair, it is one of the better ones. I think the other ones kind of drag on a bit. Did quite like the one at Park Asterix, so it's alright, but it's not quite as good as Avalanche now. But Avalanche does what it needs to do. You start from the top, you have a full layout before you get to the end of the ride, whereas a lot of the other ones, it's kind of a corner, then a block, then a corner, then a block, then a corner, and a block. Great for throughputs, not great for ride experience.
I agree. What's next?
We'll find something that's open, hopefully.
Good shout, right. Well, one thing that isn't open is the barbecue place. But that's alright, because it's not very good anyway.
No burgers today.
You get a big one burger from by Alice in Wonderland. Actually, ignore that, because she started moaning last time, so you get a burger at Burger King.
With stand behind. It's a big one. Yellow line. With stand behind. Yellow line.
So we've just been on the Revolution. We didn't really have a chance to say we were going to do it, did we? Because it was literally walk on.
Walk on.
Happy days.
Very unusual that these walk-ons are going to make the most of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of, are we in the way? We're not, are we?
No.
No, that's all right then. There's no point reviewing it. It just does what it's always done, doesn't it?
That's what it's always done. You know, it's referred to as well. Always eats the queue as well.
Yeah, it does. Lots of airtime, intense. He's looking at, well, I was going to say a little bit tired. I think very tired.
Yeah, I mean, considering its age, it's not looking as bad as some would imagine, but you can't imagine that he's got too much longer left.
No, agreed. We seem to be sat at the other end for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, all good to get on it. What's the plan?
Well, to be honest.
Don't know. Hey Stephen, what does Stephen think? Where are we going? Don't look so nervous, mate. All I'm going to say is where are we going next?
I think we should, maybe Skyforce.
Is he alright?
It's a no from me.
He broke it last time.
It's a no from me. I did break it last time.
What about the rev? Why didn't you go on the rev?
I can't say.
So the good news is we've been on the big one. The bad news is it took forever to get on it. It's on a one train service. Queue line was bottom of the ramp.
Bottom of the ramp.
Took forever. I don't know what the reason it is, but even on a one train it's normally quicker than that, but it just took forever, so that doesn't help. Good thing is we've got the back row. The other good thing is there is a second train, but it wasn't on the track, so that's never a good thing. But what did you think?
Overall, I thought he was running very well.
Yeah.
Good down first drop, go over the hills. You know, he was taking it at a good speed.
Yes.
You know, he was running very, very well. It helps obviously there's no wind today, and big one on no wind is a good coaster. The turnaround needs some dire work though.
Yeah, it does.
It really does need some work on it. It does just seems to judder side to side on it at the moment. And I don't know what the reason is for that. And then obviously get back onto the new track again, and it's all right. So it really needs some work on it. If there's one place that needs to be done this winter, it's that turnaround.
I agree. So I was thinking first drop really good. The new track that Tazaka have done, decent transition old to new. I think we said it on not opening weekend but the weekend after when we next came after opening day, whereas the new track is just seamless. You don't really notice it's there because it just fits in really well, but once you get to that turnaround it's absolutely horrific.
It needs to be done this winter.
Yeah, it does.
If it's not done this winter, then
it's going to be unrideable.
Yeah, it's not going to be in a good place.
The problem is it makes the rest of it really uncomfortable because you're just never back in a sort of your natural seating position after you've been battered on a turnaround. I just didn't enjoy the turnaround, and then it set the tone for the rest of the ride. Even the new track, there's nothing against the new track at all. I just didn't enjoy it because after the turnaround it was so uncomfortable. I was just like, get me off it, I don't want to be on it anymore. It's just, I've never said that about the big one before. I really didn't like it.
That's the thing, it's like, obviously when you sit in the seat, you get in the seat, you get yourself comfortable for the ride. And then you just, because you've been shifted side to side, you're not in what you would have considered that comfortable position.
No.
So it just makes the rest of it a little bit uncomfortable all the way to the end of the ride, basically.
It was rougher than usual on that turnaround.
Yeah, definitely.
Which did take away a little bit from it, but I always love to get on the big one every time I come here.
Might be the last time now, before Hyperion opens.
To be fair, this could be my last ride on it as the UK's tallest roller coaster.
Yeah.
Which would be a shame because it's always been special for being the UK's tallest.
Yeah.
Now Pleasure Beach need to do something to retaliate to losing this record. We need a big ride. Doesn't have to be a roller coaster. A big ride, big tall ride. Drop towers.
I knew he was going to say drop tower. Time to move on. Next up, Icon, 2 trains.
Trying to wind you up. Did you enjoy your ride on Icon?
Camera's on you, you tell us.
It was alright. It was okay. Tried to batch fill the train, but it didn't work out. He didn't want to sit next to me. Anywho, Icon, yes. Great ride.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was alright. Nice and fast, lots of airtime. Got the Mac rattle, but it's okay.
We thought that as well, to be fair.
Yeah, it was a bit rattly that one, but it was alright.
Yeah.
Queue time not too bad. It's always moving, 2 trains, so yeah, good stuff.
Anyone on Enzo today? Keith Black's not here, so...
No, it's empty, isn't it, again? So.
Yeah. It's a Keith free zone today. So.
Well, if he's not here, it doesn't get used, does it? So.
No, that's the thing.
It's like an exclusive Keith seat, that one.
We should have called it Keitho.
You know, they named all the seats on Stealth.
Yeah.
We should call that seat on Enzo.
Yeah.
Keith's. Or Keith.
Keith's. 3, 2, 1.
Going on.
Yesterday, Blackpool Pleasure Beach put on their Grand Prix farewell event. So it's £50. I don't know if it's still on sale at the time of filming. £50. They're advertising a final lap round. You get to get a photo with grid girls. You get to get a photo with supercars. There's going to be live entertainment. And I think a glass of Prosecco. I want to ride on Icon as well. £50. What do you think?
Well, yesterday morning, about 9 o'clock, I was sat there working away. You know, been a tough week, having a cup of tea, and then the email dropped, and I literally spat out my tea and fell for a chair. Just shocked me, wasn't expecting it. You know what? If you've never done it, and you really, really, really wanted to do it, it gives you that last opportunity. Because I think back to like rides that I would have liked to have done, like the Cableway, didn't get to do that, and Vikanga.
Yeah.
Remember, that's going back a bit now. That was SBNO for a long time, and we didn't get like a final ride on that. And the Wild Mouse is the most recent one. We didn't get a goodbye event for. The issue I have is the Grand Prix has never really been anyone's favourite ride. Well, not mine. Has it been your favourite ride?
Not personally.
But do you know anyone who it is? Maybe you do. But there's younger people, yes.
My son likes it, or he liked it, but he's moved on to some of the bigger stuff now. So he wasn't like essential for him to do it anymore. But I think the first few times we came here and it was closed, he was like a bit teary about it, but then he sort of got over it and went, well, I can go on other stuff.
Yeah, so it's for the younger audience really.
Yeah.
But the price is just a bit too steep for me.
Like, for example, season pass holders don't get any sort of discount, as far as I'm aware. At the time of filming, there's no discount for us. So if I wanted to, say, bring my son to do that event, and we brought, like, Becca, my wife, Charlie's mum, for the 3 of us, it's £150 to do it. And then, looking at the current situation with the Grand Prix, I don't know if it will ever actually operate again, so there's no guarantee of a final ride. It's not operated, to my knowledge, since September last year. So I have questions over whether it'll even be able to run. But more so, it's like 150 quid for 3 of us. I could probably go to Salou and do Portaventura for less on terms of flights. I'm not saying to get a hotel for less. But for 3 of us to fly to Salou, I can certainly do it cheaper. I can certainly go to Leesburg on the same weekend that event's on for cheaper. I actually think the farewell event is a really good idea. Like, I really think it's a great idea, but I wouldn't pay 50 quid. If it was, genuinely, if it was 15 quid, I would have done it.
Yeah.
Definitely. But the issue I've got is, like, with the price as well, is it actually a family event? Because my son's like 6. Is he going to be interested in getting a photo with grid girls? Maybe. Is he going to be interested in getting a photo with a supercar? No. Are we going to get more than one ride on the Grand Prix?
Probably not.
Probably not. Is he going to get to go on Icon? No, he's not tall enough. So right there, it's not really a family event. for all families. Some families will love it, but for us, it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you think the Grand Prix will ever operate again? I mean, we could be well wrong with this. Either way, like.
I don't know. It's clearly going to need a bit of work getting it back running again for one evening, which just seems like off the mark a bit for me. Like, why spend all that money and effort and time to get something up and running again for one night? Maybe that's why it's 50 quid.
So a question for you both, is it worth opening for one day only?
I wouldn't.
No.
I haven't really got an issue with the price of it either, to be honest. It's not for me, but you know, there'll be some people out there that's the favourite ride, or they've got that nostalgia. So I remember coming on it with mum and dad. I could have brought my mum to have a final ride on it together, you know, but I wouldn't pay £50 to do that. Well, it'd be £100 if I brought my mum.
Yeah.
So, but for me, the issue lies where if you open it for one day, open it for a few days, so that other people can have a final ride on it, and then do an event for those that it really, really matters to, and open it for them at the end, so they can have a big celebration and have the final rides ever that's going to be on it, and then do it that way. But for one day, one evening, not even 1 day, but one evening, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me for a ride that didn't really operate last year. It was shut far more than it was open. SPNO this year, it just feels a bit like where they've gone, oh, it's SPNO, but if you want a final ride on it,
50 quid.
50 quid, and that's genuinely how I feel about it. If it had been open and give somebody the option just not to have like a final ride in the daytime, happy days. You know, people come and do that, and it will get a bit of footfall as well. Like, you know what, I can't do that, but I can have a final ride in my own time on it.
Absolutely. And I think just to finish up, the way that I'm a little bit worried from like a marketing point of view is, if it does open for the final ride on the Grand Prix, then like Mark says, that's great, but why not open it for, you know, 3 or 4 weekends, or just Saturdays, or just 3 or 4 or 5 days on the bounce? And then alternatively, if it isn't a final lap, it is a walk around the track. It won't be a full walk round, because these spirals behind us, you can't walk around those. And the final walk round, it's not really a ride round it, so they would sort of advertise something that's not available there. But alternatively, if it does operate, then people are going to question, well, why has it not been open all summer? So yes, it looks like we're saying, oh, they can't do right from wrong, but I think it's a great idea. I'm just not sure it's going to be executed perfectly, but we'll see how it goes. But either way, if you do want to do it, I will leave a link in the description. I'll let obviously everyone make their own mind up, put the link there, let you have a look at the full details, and I hope that anyone that does do it has a great event, but honestly, it's not for me.
It's shut.
Oh, thanks. Does he reckon it's going to reopen?
I hope it reopens. I don't know what more you could kind of put in there.
These guys hope it reopens too.
Yeah, it's getting cute.
People have just walked in the queue line.
But yeah, I hope it reopens sometime soon.
Yeah.
It's a nice little, I don't know what more you could put in that space, really. It's kind of designed for a slow water ride, isn't it? There's quite a few rides entwining in this building, I believe.
It's interlocked with the Wallace and Gromit and the Ghost Train to an extent.
Yeah, that's what I said, gold mine, didn't I?
You did. We are going full on heritage.
Oh, I mean, it should be. Yeah, Wallace and Gromit and Ghost Train are in there. So then back in the day, you would have had Millennium Bug on top of it.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of rides in there, wasn't there? It's, yeah, so I hope it comes back. It does seem like there's a new thing being put up here. It makes it look a lot like it's going to be closed a bit longer than
we anticipated. Yeah.
It was strange because it was open for a few weeks, wasn't it?
Well, just opening day.
I didn't break it, just for FYI
yeah, you did.
Everyone. No, I didn't. The person loading the boat, right? You can't blame it. The person loading the boat said, "You two large people need to sit at the front." It's not my fault that the boat then like sank at the front.
Okay, no, fair enough. It was yours and Mike's fault.
We did say, look, we shouldn't do this. It's a bad idea, but it squeezes in. I think they were having a bit of a joke, to be honest, because
it was a squeeze and a half getting into that little space at the front. I mean, it's like the boat was nosediving, the back end sticking out the water all the way around.
In all seriousness, I really hope it reopens. It's one of the proper classic rides here that should always be here, even if it needs a bit of modernisation. But yeah,
it's one of the oldest, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Early 1900s.
Yes, it's been here a long time.
Yeah, it's the second oldest ride here.
Yeah,
I think it was 1905.
Wow.
So
okay,
yeah, exactly.
So there's a bit of history behind this one. So.
What does Mark think? You reckon it'll open? I'll leave Stephen in as well if you want. Oh no, he's gone. He's run away.
He's going back to Alton Towers, I think.
Yeah, he has. What, for a job?
Yeah. It's not opening anytime soon, I don't think. And it's a bit sad, really.
Yeah, it is.
It's not, because obviously it's a main walkway.
Yeah.
And you're walking in and you see that it's down and it doesn't look in a good shape, because obviously there's no water in it. This is a bit permanent.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what the issue is, but it doesn't feel like it's a 1 or a 2 week issue.
No, it doesn't. What doesn't look good at the minute is you enter the park under a closed ride. If you walk left, you walk towards a closed ride, Ice Blast. If you walk right, you walk past the ride that opens at 12 o'clock and not when the park opens in the Grand National. And then the next ride you come to would have been the Wild Mouse or Trauma Towers, but they're now empty spaces. And then you walk past the River Caves, which is also closed. And then you walk up to the top, and the Grand Prix is closed.
You forgot Impossible as well.
Isn't that open?
It's open now.
It's open. Oh, right, I'm off. See you later.
Oh no, he's running around again.
That's the thing that you see. It's like you're going past closed ride, closed ride, closed ride, closed ride, closed ride.
Yeah.
And then at this rate, might as well just close North Park, just build an entrance
just going through the arena.
Yeah, just open it there. Build an entrance on Watson Road and just up South Park, and let them build houses on this.
Don't say that. Tesco won't be happy.
Come on.
Go on then.
Come on. It's okay.
Is it going to open, Ice Blast, in your opinion? Oh, okay.
I can't do it. Sorry.
Nothing's changed since opening day.
No, not really.
You know, the only thing that's changed is they put the sign back in.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed work-wise on here. Still gates are still open, you know, pulled off in places, and it doesn't look like it's going to open. Maybe they've been told that the part that they're waiting for is next year sometime. That it'll arrive, but
for a farewell event.
Farewell, yeah. Open it, you know, farewell last rides on Ice Blast, but it doesn't look like it's going to open. Nothing's changed.
No, it might open in time for the summer holidays, but
yeah, it'll be open in time for the summer holidays, mate.
Near future, it's not looking good for it, but you never know.
I think middle of April now.
Yeah.
Summer holidays, what, 2 months away, realistically?
Yeah. Scottish holidays are not that far away, because I think they start at the start of July, because they end a lot earlier than what like ours would have done.
Yeah. Don't forget though, obviously they've got to put the parts together, put it all, and then test it on top of it.
Yeah.
No chance.
No, I'll be very surprised if it does open at this point, but you never know. So that's pretty much us for today. You had a good day? Any thoughts on Pleasure Beach in general?
Been a bit quiet on it today.
Yes.
Again, it was quiet last week when I came.
Yeah.
Quiet again this week. April's normally quiet, but I don't think the £43 is helping, to be honest. It's days like this where it is like an off-peak weekend. They should just trial the £10 ticket, walk around past, see if that'll, because if at worst those that would have paid it a full price like that, you know, lose a little bit out, but they'd be able to test it on days like this. You could sort of understand not having to walk around passing in summer,
yeah,
when it's rammed and it's full, but on days like this, you've got to try out something.
When Mark says days like this, he means days like this. So quiet. I mean, we are like right next to the entrance, but the whole park is this quiet. It's It's unreal. I don't think I've ever seen it this quiet so frequently for season after season. I remember in like 2008-9 when people genuinely thought the park was going to shut down forever and it wasn't this quiet. So I think, like you say, surely it's worth trialling the entry pass. I mean, the infrastructure's there for it, but it just seems like stubbornness above all that they won't bring it back. I mean, why not trial it? See if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But I reckon people would come in.
They would, like I say, when it's Easter holidays, summer holidays, I can understand why they don't have it. But on days like this, you've got to try something, haven't you, to get people to come in. And £43 as it was, wait, it's £43 on a Saturday now until middle of May. It's not bringing them in, is it? Let's be honest.
What's been your highlight of the day? Any thoughts on Pleasure Beach before we finish?
This morning was a bit strange. Like, we're walking around and everything was kind of shut, which was a little bit weird. I think the issue they've got at the moment is there's too many mothballed and shut attractions. Yeah. I am actually going to make a map and just show how much is closed and mothballed. And I think it'd be quite shocking to actually see a visual representation of how much has gone in the park.
Would you include like the monorail? And Noah's Ark, because they're still technically here.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, they've just been left there. I know that they do have part of the park's utilities on them, but really it should go, because it just looks like a rusty metal beam in the air. Yeah,
it does.
Like, you know, and it's not being looked after anymore, so it is a rusty metal beam, and that's like, you can see that from outside the park as well, and all around the park it's kind of there, and like Noah's Ark just it's looking a little bit tatty. It's actually moving for once, which I've not seen for a long time. So,
any highlights?
Highlights. The train is always good. I like the train. Still the same one that they've had for a long time. The big one I always enjoy. Always enjoy a ride on the big one. Probably my highlights today.
Excellent. So I'm going to end it there. Of course, thank you to Stephen and Mark for helping me today. I will actually be back here in a few days with Mike for a full day, so there will be another vlog where we will not talk about the same things but concentrate more on all of the rides. Probably have a look at the catering as well and look at the merch, so something different from this one. If you have enjoyed this update vlog here from Blackpool Pleasure Beach, or Pleasure Beach Resort as the park call it, then please hit the like button. There's a little thumbs up below. Please subscribe. Many thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.